like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hello, welcome. Oh, I hate your nose. Hello. I need a microphone. Oh, wait, can you hear me a bit better? I don't want to be too close because I don't want to block me. Hello, piggy boo. Okay, it's actually centered a bit. Right there. Yeah, no, don't crooked. Beautiful. Perfect. Hello. Welcome. It is 2:10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on November 21st, 2020, and I am the Angry Angel, and this is Ask an Angel. So, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. I'm gonna turn that down a bit. Is it blowing everybody's ears off? Hope not. How's my microphone coming in? Hello. So welcome. Hey. So we got a bunch of questions today. 10 to be nine questions. Not as many as normal, but still some good juicy ones. Forgot to put. And oh, my head is killing me. Ah. Yeah, some juicy ones. Yeah, I still got a headache. Oh, you know headache? Well, that's good. Mine's really, it keeps coming and going in waves. But I'll be okay. Oh, I did make myself a coffee. That's silly of me. Oh, well, I should say we'll answer the questions. It's only like, as I said, there's only 9 of them, so this stream probably won't take too long. But I'm gonna probably play some Warzone afterwards. But that's not here nor there. For anybody new, hello and welcome. If you've never seen this before, I answer a bunch of questions about everything from relationships to anything that you can. You ask anything, as long as it's nothing too weird or too perverted or whatever. As long as it's right, I'll do my best to answer. If I can't, I'll try to send you an email right back. Email is right here, down there somewhere. And yeah, so, the other thing as well, disclaimer, I'm going to get that in right now while I remember. I'm not a professional. I'm not a shrink. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not your mommy, right? I'm not a professional. So I hold no responsibility to the answers of the questions. This is simply just my opinion and my thoughts. I've always had a knack of giving good advice, ever since I was little, and that's pretty much everybody used to come up to me, still do, just to ask me this, that, or the other. So I figured I'd turn this into a show. And so far, I've had quite a few questions. I'm at episode 14, so that's not doing too bad, huh? Yeah, last week I didn't do it. It's been 2 weeks since I did this. What else? To everybody that is watching this on YouTube, hello. You're watching the recording of this. If you want to ever watch this live, get over to Twitch usually on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go ahead at the bottom if you could do me a big favor, click subscribe and the heart, and that way anytime the video goes live, you guys get to see it. Because I know not everybody has the chance to be able to watch this. And with the beautiful thing about YouTube is you get to pause and watch it later. That's what I love about YouTube and these kind of videos. But anyway, let's get to it. Let me make sure there's nothing else I forgot. Disclaimer, blah, blah, blah. Now, there is one question that is asked that has pictures included. I am not going to post these pictures because These pictures are quite disturbing. I saw the pictures, but we'll get to that question later. It really bothered me and affected me, and you'll understand which one it is in a moment. Okay, but let's get to question 1. They're nothing sexual. They're disturbing. I wouldn't answer this question live. I'd have done it, but I felt I really should get to the heart of this, because a lot of people should hear this. A lot of people should hear the answer to this question, but we'll get to it when I get to it. There you go. Let's put that there. First one is from Rudy. This one? Yeah, first one is from Rudy. It's very cute. Very sweet. I like this one. I was actually thinking about reorganizing the time that they came in. I usually do them like first come, first serve, but I wanted to put this one at the end, but I decided, no, fuck it. I'm just going to jump into it, give everybody a good feel. How can a boy know if his girlfriend is the real girl for his future to marry? I don't know if this guy wrote it too fast or whatever, but anyway, I need advice to make me and my girlfriend feel comfortable in the relationship. I think I understand what you're asking. Yeah, asking the age-old kind of questions, like especially you want to know the future to marry. Like you're thinking about marrying her now, maybe later, and you want to know if she's real. There's no answer to that one. I'm sorry. There's no guarantee. It's that whole thing of you could step out on the curb cross a road that you've crossed a million times, and at that exact moment a car could hit you. And you can do the whole looking left and looking right. And for the most part you might not have seen a car, but you didn't notice that one car that you are standing right next to is pulling away and he didn't notice you and he hits you. There's so many things in the world that you can't predict the future. You can't bubble wrap yourself. That's what really makes this world so fucking amazing. Because there's so many things that can happen. I mean, that's tragic for somebody to be won over. I'm giving an extreme on that one, but it's what makes us so beautiful. As a saying, what was it? The gods envy. Yeah, the gods envy humans. Because they will never, the immortals will never die, but humans will always die. Their life is finite. Every minute is something to be cherished, because when they die, and they'll never experience that moment again. They might in the next life, but their life, it's gone. This second is gone. This second is gone. This second is gone. It will never ever come back again. This thing, you can watch a video of it, but this whole stream will never happen this exact way. These questions will never come from these people ever again the way they are. Every moment is new, right? And that's a beautiful thing. And so we cherish it. There's no way to really predict the future. You can kind of look at patterns. You can kind of go with instinct. You can go with, but there's no way to really, truly guarantee the event of anything. You could get married, plan to have children, and then, oh my God, on the way to the hospital in the ambulance crashes. And a horrific thing, all that comes to an end. There are so many variables. Or, look at the other side. Look at the flip. Everybody looks at the negative. Look at the flip of that. What's the other thing that could happen? You get married. You live happily ever after. You have children. You grow old. You make it to the finish line. If you don't, you won't. If you don't ask her to marry you, you won't get married. And that'll never happen. Stop looking at the things that could happen and make the things that you want to happen, happen. If you think you will fail, you will. If you think you are wrong, you are. If you're too scared to go, you won't go. Fear is not a thing to ignore, but at the same time, it helps us. It helps guide us, right? So I mean, this fear absolutely take into account throughout your relationship. Things could happen. Be prepared the best you can, but don't run away from it. Embrace it. If this girl is somebody that you love, that you want to be with her. Be with her. If she's not, then don't. Don't do it because like tomorrow, oh my God, the world might end. Everybody kept fucking saying 2020 the world's gonna end. Then 2012 the world's gonna end. The fucking world's always gonna end tomorrow. And it's a good thing that tomorrow will never come, because you know what happens when tomorrow comes? Well, it'll be today. So tomorrow will never come. So the world will end tomorrow. But tomorrow will never come. So stop thinking about it. Embrace life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your future wife. And stop overthinking on it. I'm not saying it might necessarily matter because I don't know information. I'm just going off of the information and the question that you're asking. How do you know if the girl's real or not? What do you feel in your heart? Do you love her? Yeah? Then she's real. If it turns out that she's not, if it turns out that you get your heart broken, what a beautiful thing. It sucks. It sucks that in that moment you got to feel such intense love in your life. And you got your heart broken. And you'll get to fall in love again. And you'll get your heart broken again. And as long as that's all happening, guess what? You're breathing, you're alive. And you're enjoying all the beautiful things that's happening in this world. Fuck, don't run from it. Fuck, embrace it. Embrace love. Embrace pain. Embrace all of it. Because while you're feeling it, you are alive. Because if you don't want to feel it, you're dead already. If you refuse to feel it, you're dead already. And that's worse than any fucking thing you can imagine happening in this relationship. So embrace the love, embrace the pain, embrace all of it. Embrace the risk. I'm not saying go jump out of a fucking plane. Be smart about your risks. But I'm not going to advocate against you not getting married. I mean, I'm not saying go get married. I mean, if you find out the girl's a fucking psychopath, but you're not saying anything like that in this. You're saying that you want you and your girlfriend to feel comfortable in your relationship. Stop fucking thinking of the negative. That'll help. Anyway, that's my answer for that question. Little deep, I know, but yeah, I like the answer. Oh, by the way, there's not really any voting in today's stream. I might be able to pop one, but like a 1 or 2, but not really. Okay, question number 2. Here we go. Question number 2. From Abby. Now, I read this question. I was confused because Abby is typically a girl's name, but this person sounds like a boy. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to sound sexist or anything like that, or that I'm against LGBTQ people being boys and girls. I'm not against that at all. People have the right to be who they want, date who they want, blah, blah, blah. This just confused me. Anyway, please, I need your advice. I have been... this is the right one, right? Yeah. I've been dating my girl for over 3 years and 6 months. It's cute that you've actually went right down to the months. You just say a year and a half, but you've got it right down to the month exactly. It's cute. It means that there's still feelings there. You're maybe on the cusp of the honeymoon period, but to remember the exact months, that's sweet. That's sweet as fuck. And I want to see her parents for introduction. You haven't met her parents yet? And she told me to wait till December. Well, it's December. December's not that far off. And now she's getting married to another man. I so much love her. Please, I'm confused right now. So, it's okay. I don't have enough information on this, but my heart goes out to you. It definitely rings like crazy for the last question about pain and embracing it and shit like that, because you don't really want to embrace it, but you have to. Life is life. Shit's gonna happen. There's no real advice I can give to you, because you can't force somebody to love you. You can't force somebody to marry you. 3 years and 6 months. It's a good long time. It sucks that you had to find out just like that after that amount of time that she's getting married to another man. The pain that I'm feeling for you is that that's not the feel of a new relationship. Unless, of course, it's kind of a, what's that word I want, like arranged marriage. I don't know what your culture is or anything like that. The fact that your name's Abby and you're a guy, I'm still assuming. I don't have enough information on this question. It could be an arranged marriage. There are cultures that have that, and so you won't necessarily have a choice, really. And it's really sad. It's literally breaking my heart just thinking of this for you. The best you could do is maybe talk to her, because you're going to need closure. Frankly, you are going to need closure. And say that, you know what, I need closure. We've been together this long. I just wanted to meet your family. Oh, you know what, there it is. Oh, you're going to need closure. Oh, there it is. She didn't introduce you to her parents because she didn't think our parents would approve, or her parents might have already had somebody in mind for her, and here it is. Either it's an arranged marriage, or maybe they had. I can tell you right now, I guarantee this is killed to the family, the parents. Either arranged marriage, or she wanted to make her parents happy by marrying a doctor, I don't know what you are or what you're like. It's the parents. Now, I hate to break it to you, there's no real way to get around the parents. My experience, and I've did it a lot, there's no real way of getting around the parents. Sometimes you can, but it's not by going after the parents. That's her family. That's the people who raised her. She came from those two people, the mother and the father. Loyalty will 99% of the time will always reside in the parents, especially if it's only a girlfriend. If you were married, that might be a bit different, but there's going to be a sense of that. If anything breaks it, it should become from her, not from you. If you try to interject, especially being boyfriend-girlfriend, you could potentially just kill the relationship, because there's nothing anchoring you together. Marriage usually is a bit more. It's kind of like if you think of a relationship and getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the relationship. Marriage is kind of like that lock. And yes, while you can get divorced, most people don't get married thinking, fuck, we're going to get divorced. Right? They get married because they want to lock their lives together. With arranged marriages, it's the same kind of thing, but it usually doesn't come from the relationship wanting to lock together. It's usually the parents are wanting something special for their daughter, for their son, for blah, blah, blah. That's why I don't really believe in arranged marriages. It's old school shit. Especially when there used to be a time when it used to be used as a political thing to link families together, using your children as a pawn. Like, fuck off. I mean, I can almost see the beauty in it in a little bit, and the parents want the best for the children. But even still, that treats your children like property. Like they're fucking thing to be owned. No, you don't own them. You created them, absolutely. But once they grow up, they're their own person. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm not trying to go after parents and say, I mean, I've already got issues with a lot of modern day parenting. So I'm not trying to tell people how or anything like that. I'm not gonna bash on parents right now. I'll wait for later on to do that. But no, I'm not gonna knock the parents if that's what it is, if they just wanted the best for the child. But the question's coming from you and you're hurting, right? My thing I would say for you is to talk to her if you can. If she won't talk to you, there's nothing you can really do. Get some ice cream. Get some of your friends over or whatever. Just do something to distract yourself. Closure would be best, but you can't guarantee closure, especially if she's marrying another man. The best you could do is hope the best for her if you do love her. Wish her to be happy. Wish the best for her. Say, hey, if this is how it is, this is how it is. But I would definitely like a bit of closure if it's possible. What happened? How comes it is that all I wanted was to meet your parents? And then now, after that, I'm suddenly finding out that you get married to somebody else? She's going to feel embarrassed, absolutely. If she loves you, if the relationship was real, she's going to feel a bit embarrassed. She's probably going to feel like shit. But at the same time, do you really want her to feel like shit? Especially if she's going to get married. Or do you want the love of your life, the person that you love, to be happy? Or are you a selfish man and you just want it for yourself? If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was in the first place. But your love for her is real. And if it is real, then you want her to be happy. You want her to be safe. This guy is right for her. This guy makes us happy, makes us safe. And she loves him. Don't stand in the way. Let her be happy. Do the honorable thing. But get your closure. Try to get your closure if you can. Anyway, this one's like making me sad, so I'm gonna move on from this one. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, itchy nose. Fucking itchy nose. Fuck. Okay, question number 3. Where are we? Question number 3 comes from Steve. Alright, Steve. What have you got for me? Steve. Boom. Steve. I texted my girlfriend this morning, and she texted me back that I should stop texting her again with another number. What? Stop texting her again with another number that I did not have on my phone. And now I'm confused. I need advice. I'm confused too. I'm not making sense of this question. Hang on. I text my girlfriend this morning, and she texted me back that I should stop texting her again with another number that I did not have on my phone. Okay, so I'm confused by this. You're confused by this. And confusion usually lies that there's a truth in something somewhere else, because chances are she might be confused. There might be something else going on here. Maybe she's receiving text from somebody else and is assuming it's you. So assumptions happen from everybody. Everybody makes assumptions, and it's usually when there's a big misunderstanding in something like that. It's usually there's an element of it missing. Maybe somebody's texting her and saying something bad, or even saying that to you. Maybe they stop texting her, pick up the phone and phone her. If this is not your number that is texting her, go, you know what? That's not my number. I don't know who's texting you. I've only got one phone. This is my number. You know my number. I'm not this other person. If there's somebody else texting you, you need to find out what's going on, because it might be that she has a stalker that's trying to fuck about with her. Then she needs to contact the police. If it is that she's wanting you to stop texting her and that she's not interested in you, it might be that she's playing. I'm not saying that she is playing games. Do not get my words. I hold no responsibility for this. The decision on what you do is up to you. I'm not putting don't put words in my mouth and go, oh, you're telling me to. No, I'm suggesting you phone her, use full communication. This is like partial communication, but in text, you can't convey emotion. And quite often, there's confusion. Once there's confusion, take it to the next step, get on the phone. What do you mean, another number? I'm not texting you with another number. I'm texting you with, if you're texting her with 2 different numbers, and she's saying stop, fuck stop, that's kind of creepy. That's stalkerish. You need to knock it off. If you're not, if you're only texting her with 1 phone, and she's getting it from 2, you need to tell her, that's not you. You're only texting from 1 phone. What she's getting is somebody else. Somebody might be either stalking her or trying to fuck with you. Either way, you need to deal with that. And you're not going to deal with it in text, especially if she's telling you to stop texting. So stop texting. Phone her, and that's how you handle that. You need, the confusion is only going to stay there when there's no communication. When you don't ask, you'll still be confused. That's my answer to that question. Feel free to message me back and let me know what the outcome is. I'm very curious about this. It's a very confusing question, but anyway. Okay, question number. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Question number 4. The reason why this is interesting is because I've experienced something similar to this. Please, I need advice. My family, my fiance and her family are very religious. I am not. I believe in something, but just not the concepts that her and her family do. I love her very much and wish to marry her, but fear that the difference in beliefs could cause issues. Her father is a deacon at her church. They want me to attend more. I have gone a few times for her, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. What can this mean for the future for our kids if we have them? I see a lot of potential conflict with raising kids. Please, I need advice. Okay, so this is your fiance. You want to marry her. Well, you want to really you need to sit down and talk to her and explain to her. Says, you know what? Tell her, this is not my religion and I don't really feel comfortable. If you've told her this from the beginning and she knows this, say you're willing to go there as a family for her, but that it makes you feel uncomfortable, right? If you're not wanting to go there, you shouldn't be forced to go there. Absolutely not. But at the same time, there might need to be a compromise. And you might need to suck it up with a little bit of discomfort going to a church. So whether you're not going there to believe in what she's believing, you're going in there for her, to support her in her beliefs. That's what relationships do. There's a lot of compromise in relationships. And if you're not ready to make compromises, I'm not saying compromise absolutely everything or your ideals or believe in just what she believes in. Tell her you're willing to go there, but you're not changing your beliefs. You're going there for her. Make sure that you announce that. You should not need to change your beliefs just for her. If you do on your own, absolutely. But not because you could be feeling being forced. Right? As for the children, you're going to need to figure that out as well. I would suggest getting that figured out before you get into it. You could look at a point of let the children listen to all beliefs, all kinds of thoughts, and let them make their own decision. Right? Don't push it down their throats, but you introduce them both. There's nothing wrong with that, per se. Right? She wants to marry you. I mean, that's why you're her fiancés, right? Clearly, you've asked her to marry her, knowing what you believe in and what you don't believe in. She said yes, so she's willing to marry you. Now, yes, the family is going to be a tricky thing because they're going to want something. They're going to want the kids to go blah blah blah. Maybe state that. Say, you know what? I don't mind the kids going there, but you need to know I am not this, and you are going to teach your kids your thoughts as well. Unless, of course, you don't care what the kids believe in, then let them believe in what they're going to believe in. They're still your kids. They're still going to be, and she's still going to be your wife. If she's still willing to marry you even if you don't believe what she, that's actually a fucking huge thing. Yes, there could be conflict, but you need to be able to work through that and work on communication. And that's what you need to do. This requires communication. Tell her, I don't feel comfortable going in the church, but I'm doing it because I love you. Say it. Then that way, if she's not, like, say, I'm not trying to say this to get you angry, make sure that you understand. Like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I don't feel comfortable. I'm doing it because I love you. Then that way it puts it in the thing in her court, ball in her court. Because if she loves you, she should not necessarily be forcing you. Doing it as a sweet family thing, like go to the fucking park or whatever. Because there are things that you just could do anyway. Go to the park together. When you have kids, just to go out, socialize. It's because it is an important thing. But being forced on religion, and it is totally up to you. As I said in my disclaimer, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. These are just my thoughts and my opinions on how to deal with the issue that you've got right now. And I understand the threat. I'm gonna tell you a bit of a thing. One of my very first girlfriends I ever had, and was gonna marry her. Her family was very, very religious. And I went to the church. I've gone, for relationships, I've gone to churches. And some of them I felt comfortable, some of them I didn't. I have different thoughts and different beliefs. I have a lot of different thoughts and beliefs, trust me. Blow your fucking mind if you knew some of the shit I believe in. But, yeah. Hell, one of my fiance back then, my very first girlfriend, she her mother tried to come had her end the relationship because her mother convinced her that I was the son of the devil. Oh yes, she ended up believing this for a bit. Later on, this is where it gets really weird. Later on, her Christian mother, her very good Christian mother, contacted me out of the blue, asking me if I'd like to meet for coffee sometime. Because she knew, she'd heard that I had a reputation of being very sexual and wanted to get together and get to know each other. Yes, she was still married to my ex's father, but there was no sexual chemistry there, and she wanted to have an affair on her husband, cheat on her husband with me. And I'm not going to go into details, but she heard rumors about me, and she wanted to explore things, and I'm like, and this is the good Christian mother that tried to convince her daughter that I was the devil's son, is now coming on to me in a massive way, willing to cheat on her husband. That's the shit I've experienced. That's mild compared to what I've fucking people. Anyway, next question. But yeah, that's what I would definitely say, is you need to figure that shit out, because especially if you're thinking that there's going to be children involved, like you want children and all that, because you don't want to get into a relationship, have kids, and then it gets to that point of, well, are you going to take the kids to church, blah, blah, blah. These decisions need to be talked about right now, at the beginning, before things get any deeper. Question number 5. Here we go. Random question. I love random questions. What is the best way to meet someone in 2020? I've been trying for so long I'm thinking that's meet someone, as I'm so lonely, but it's next to impossible to meet someone these days with COVID. I don't know about best ways. You're asking for the best way to meet someone. COVID aside, the best way to meet someone, I don't think there's such a word. There's no such thing as the best way to meet people. Just go and fucking meet people. Why put so much pressure, so much onus on meeting them? Sometimes let them meet you. Don't go. It's like a finger puzzle. You remember those Chinese finger puzzles? I know you've done it. Everybody's done it, right? You get this little, it looks like a little tube. You stick your finger in, and you're told, oh, you know what? Pull your fingers out, and you do. And for the fucking life, come on. And you at that, and then you get that fucking fight or flight feeling like, oh my god, this thing's not coming off. This is like evil handcuffs. They're like finger cuffs that you just cannot get off. And you're like, what the fuck? And you're pulling and pulling and pulling. Relax, grab, push gently. They come right off. You have to slow yourself down, allow, and your fingers will come out. But you have to be calm to do so, right? And slow and all that kind of stuff. Don't force things. Don't force yourself to meet someone. Don't force yourself or somebody to meet you. I mean, yes, you can go to a club. That would be the typical thing. Everybody, oh, go to a club. Are you looking for like a one-night stand? Or are you looking for a relationship? Go to, I mean, there's things online. There's that Tinder thing. But, I mean, that can be dangerous. Because you never know who you're going to fucking meet. You're seeing pictures. Online can work, absolutely. But you don't always know if the person behind the picture that you're looking at, are they real? But then you can take a step into like a webcam. That's also a good thing. If you can't meet the person right away, try to set up a webcam. Most people have these fabulous little things. And you know what these things have? These have a fucking camera in them. If the person you're talking to can't go live, like just a fucking video conference, hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Potentially they're hiding something. Now, it could be just hiding their face. They're a little shy. Well, what are they shy about? You're willing to show your face. You're in a relationship. I'd be skeptical. I'd be iffy. If somebody I was trying to talk to meet in like today's world, and they weren't willing to show their face in a video conference, I'd be like, what the fuck? But reassure us. You know what? You don't judge. She might have a scar, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that she does, because I'm just hypothetical the shit out of things. But yeah, there's online. Would you want to meet somebody in person? Well, in this day and age with COVID, you having to wear a mask and you're hiding your face. I'd say the best one would be to do a video meet really quick so that they can see your face, see that they're real, and you vice versa. You see that they're real and all that kind of stuff. Once the face is seen, then meet in person with masks on. You know what each other looks like, so you're not really worried about that. But how are you going to get to see in person? Keep your distance, do the social distancing thing. You're not going there to get a booty call, because if that's your plan, it's dangerous. You're looking for a relationship, not a one-night stand. So go with the intent to talk. Don't go with the intent to get lucky. But that's one of the best ways. Different groups. Sports, if you're into sports. Don't go, when I say sports, I mean don't go to like a game and then just start chatting up the person next to you. They've come to a game to watch the game, not to talk to you. So you're not really going to have your best chance of meeting. I mean, it's possible. People meet in the most craziest ways. But yeah. These are just ideas that I can give you at the moment. Is in this day and age, I would say online. You can get the screen a little bit better too, right? So anyway, that's my answer for that. Question number 6. I don't have that many more to go, and I'm 40 minutes into it, so. Oh, okay. This is a big one. This is a big one. Okay, so this question came at me with some pictures. I'm not going to be giving you the pictures. I'm not going to show them. They are quite disturbing. Okay, so a girl woman I have loved for a long time since school, married someone else before I could ask her to marry me. I accepted the reality that we would never be together and started dating others. They have been married for 5 years now. It still hurts, and I still long to be with her. Secret no one else knows. everyone thinks we're close friend. I had noticed, anyway, I had noticed some disturbing things like bruises. When I asked, she always had an answer like she bumped into something. I accepted the answers, but still wrong somehow. They got more regular. Even saw her with a black eye, and when asked, she joked that she walked into a cupboard door. I am hurt because I know she's lying. I suspect it's her husband, but I don't want to risk losing the friendship. If I say something, I'm losing. Okay. But last week, her mother called from this hospital, and sent these pictures. Even she suspects abuse. I can't really show you the pictures. I can tell you the ones that I saw are horrific. Help, what do? I love her and don't want to risk losing her in my life. But I don't want her hurt anymore. I also want to know I'm not jumping to conclusions based on jealousy. Please help. Okay, so no, I can tell you from what I'm reading, it definitely sounds abusive. She's being hit by something, by someone, or with something. And if she is lying to somebody she's not, like, you've known each other, she might be embarrassed, she might be protecting, she could be scared. But yes, I do believe that her husband is causing these bruises. It's one thing to say you've got a bump on your leg because you've bumped into a table or whatever, but to walk into a cupboard wouldn't really cover. One, if you think about the shape of your eye, you bump into a cupboard, depending on where that door is, hits you there. See how it's hitting? It's not hitting my eye. It's going to bash against my head. It might leave a lump, but I wouldn't say a black eye. Something's had to go right into the socket to burst the vessels that's going to create that bruise. Here, yes, but you're saying you're seeing a full black eye. That's usually more down here. That's usually where it would hit, right here. So yes, I think she's been hit. Your fear is losing her as a friend. If it's escalating and it's getting worse and worse and worse, this person does not feel threatened that she's gonna stand up, walk out. She's not afraid of any. He's not afraid of anything. He's more and more confident, which means you might not just lose the friendship. She could lose her life. If this guy's got no control over his temper and not able to, you don't want him accidentally killing her. You don't want him hitting her at all, hurting her, but you definitely don't want. So you, as much as you don't want to lose her, you might need to say something. You definitely need to talk to the mother. She sent you these pictures because she's calling on you with fears, either for her daughter, doesn't want to necessarily speak anything because she doesn't want to be shut out, but she is reaching out to the closest person she can think of, and that's you. That's really nice that chances are, she might have actually wanted you to ask, right? If she's contacting you, she might have actually thought you're the best thing for her daughter. I'm just putting this out there. I don't know for sure. I can't speak for anybody else, only what I'm reading. And the fact that she's called you, she sees you as her daughter's hero. When she needs help. You might need to actually be that one person that goes up to her and go, you know what? This is not bumping into a table, and you're risking. Yes, you are absolutely risking losing your friend. You need to be ready for that. But if you love her, you need to help her. She's scared somehow. Scared to lose her husband, scared of being alone, scared of being hit again, scared of God knows what the hell she's scared of, but she's scared. I don't know if there's children. Did it say children? Yeah, it doesn't say there's children involved, so if there's no children involved, it'll be easier to leave them. I know you're thinking you don't want to say anything because you don't come across as that jealous guy because you want to be with her, but you're trying to get rid of him. This is definitely not that. You are definitely full on have a right to feel and suspect what you're suspecting. I can guarantee, chat. Give me 1 if you believe that this woman is being abused by her husband. Give me 1. Give me 2 if you don't think so. Based on what you've heard me say, if you think she's being abused, give me a 1. If he's legitimate, if this guy that I'm talking to, he's feeling that a woman he loves is he like, I don't think it's based on jealousy. There might be a hint of there somewhere, absolutely. You don't want him with, but you are completely right in feeling this is a dangerous situation. So yeah, give me a 1 if you believe that she's being abused by her husband. There you go. There you go. Anybody else? If my chat was bigger, you'd probably see a hell of a lot more ones, I can guarantee. Now, there's no proof of that, but there is proof. There's a black eye and there's bruises. Bruise once, it's like, you know what? If you kick the table once, okay, accident. You're kicking that same table multiple times. Are you going to think? You're going to feel kind of foolish, right? Because you kicked the table multiple times, causing a bruise. You learn from that, and you should technically be moving the fuck around. If she's keep coming at you, and you're seeing bruises, which is what you're saying, they're coming more frequently, shouldn't she have, like, started to avoid the thing that she's hitting? Well, doesn't sound like she can. It sounds like the thing that she's hitting, it's not that she's hitting it, it's hitting her. And it's hitting her in the legs, the arms, she's being bruised. And now a black eye. Which means he is hitting her in the face now. This is worse. This is risky, and somebody needs to do something. And her mother's clearly scared, but brave enough that she's coming to you. And she feels that you can do something. Maybe you can talk to her. Maybe you can reach her. Maybe your friend needs somebody to know that somebody is in her corner. Somebody can see. Somebody's noticed. But yes, you do have a risk of if she tries to hide the bruises. Yeah. Tries to hide the bruises, absolutely. If she's hiding them, it's not necessarily physical. I mean, that's the thing. You don't say if she's hiding them or whatever. You've noticed them. Nobody else. There's bound to be somebody else that's noticed. But they're doing the same thing as you. Oh, I don't want to lose my friendship. I don't want to speak up. But the mother will speak up. I'm surprised the mother hasn't went at him with fucking claws. Mothers usually are right there ready to fucking get some. Maybe she's afraid herself of being hit herself. Maybe she's afraid of putting that wedge. You might need to put that wedge in. You might need to be the one to go, hey, you know what? I'm seeing this. I do not think. And we've been friends this long. I get to you get to call that. yeah, absolutely. You get to call the friend card. Say, I've been a friend for this long. I know when there's something more going on. And I'm here. And when you're ready to talk, when you're ready, I'm here to help. But this is abuse, and you shouldn't be taking it. She should not be taking it. If you want, maybe have her come on my channel. I'll speak volumes for you. I'll fucking give her peace of mind. No, her peace of mind. I can tell you right now, if this was somebody I loved, the guy would be lucky I wasn't going over to his house right now and making him walk into a few cupboard doors myself. Hell, I'd probably pull the cupboard door off and beat him with it. I don't like bullies to begin with. I was bullied a lot as a kid. And then something snapped in me. I'd be kicked, I'd be punched, and then I hit 9 years old, and then I realized I've got fists too, motherfucker. Hit me again. I'm not saying I'm an abusive person. I'm not really a violent person. I learned to control my temper about 5 years later. I control it. I'm in control of it. It's not in control of me. So it comes out when I fucking want it to. And I can tell you right there, at that point, I would want it to come out. And I'd show Mr. Bully how much it's nice to be being punched in the face. You like to do this to Ghost, do you? You like to do this to some person who's smaller than you? I'm smaller than you. Let's go. I'm not condoning violence. I'm not saying an eye for an eye, but I can tell you it would probably be his eye. I'm not saying go and beat him up. I'm saying you need to talk to her. Because, yeah. And yes, at the risk of losing the friendship. If you love her, you need to do something. Anyway, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the pictures, I can't even put into words. You'd be putting more than one. You'd be putting like multiple ones if you saw these pictures that I just looked at. This is not walking into a fucking cupboard. Whatever he did to cause these pictures, I said, that's not a cupboard. Forward punch. Fucking cupboard door across his fucking head. Clunk. Anyway, let's get to question 7. Okay, this question. Now, disclaimer. This one is a very risky one. This is nothing about sex or anything like that. I don't condone any relationships underage, all legal. However, I've got to address this question. I'm going to read it to you because it's weird. It's weird, and this gentleman needs this answered. I've experienced similar things to this, but we'll get to it. No, I'm not going to put that story into this. My girlfriend's daughter, 19, keeps flirting with me ever since I met her. My girlfriend and I have been together for 3 years. So she's 19 now. 3 years ago, so she's been flirting with you since 16. It's kind of cute. It was kind of cute at first. But recently, she's been extra flirty, even making rather sexual advances. Like flashing me when her mother's not looking. Slapping my ass in the kitchen. Her mother thinks nothing of it. Thinks it's cute. But 3 nights ago, we were playing Monopoly, and she was in her PJs, her top very loose, and kept leaning the board very deliberately so that her breasts would come into view. My girlfriend noticed and giggled, knowing it was making me uncomfortable and squirm. I asked my girlfriend about it that night in bed, and she says, it's just flirting. Is this normal? Should I be concerned? She has even whispered things in my ear. She's been calling me daddy since we met, but now there's almost sound like a very sexual tone when she says it. What do I do? Tread lightly is what you do. Because the mother is seeing this as very flirty. The daughter, it might just be very flirty innocence. At that age, it sounds like she's hitting a certain part in her life since 16 and is curious about sex. And you have become a person, a male in her life that she looks up to, that she can trust. A mother trusts you, so why shouldn't she? And that's where that she's able to experiment flirting with a male figure without it necessarily going bad. It could be that that's what she's doing. She's testing. Can I do this to a boy, and what would be the reaction to it? It's a little much on the flashing her breast to you, but her mother is not offended. Her mother clearly trusts you, because I can tell you most mothers out there would probably be a bit freaked the fuck out. Why are you looking down her shirt? A little weird, but I mean, what else are you gonna do? Like, I mean, you're not from what I'm reading, you're not purposely going, whoa, boobies. That would be creepy. She's purposely doing this, and you're just, from what I'm visioning, she's sitting in front of you, and you're seeing this with the mother sitting next to you. That's how I'm picturing this. Because I mean, if she's to the side of you, like let's say you're at a table and she's at the side of you, and then doing it. When a woman wants you to see the cleavage, she usually sits in front of you and she leans forward and is practically shoving in your face. That's when if it's at the side, she's leaning forward. She might just be reaching for something on the board. That's not flashing you. That's just, oops. That's just carelessness. In front of you, it could still be carelessness, but if she's doing it every single time, notice, is she looking at you when she's doing this? Is she glancing to see if you notice? The fact that the mother's noticed this tells me that she knows what her daughter's doing. She probably did it herself. Daughters usually repeat the mothers in some way, right? So she's probably seen her mother do this, and she's mimicking, but she's experimenting. And if you call on it and go, this needs to stop, this is really fucking weird, you could hurt her. It could be traumatic. She's experimenting. I'm absolutely not condoning you taking that any further, because if it was me and there was somebody hitting, like, I don't know, you'd probably be dead. If it was my daughter, I'd be telling my daughter off, but you'd be dead. I'd be chopping your dick off. I'm like, no. Even though you've not done anything, my daughter's flying on you. You looked at her boobs, you'd be a dead man. But your daughter, your girlfriend trusts you. That's actually a pretty beautiful thing, dude. You fucking scored there with your girlfriend. You have seriously scored. She trusts you massively. The daddy thing could be cute, could be sweet, could be that. It could also be that you're hearing things, you're projecting a sexual thing. I'd wait. If she tries to get all touchy, then it's going a little far, and then you basically say, you know what? I don't mind the flirting. I understand you're young, you're experimenting, you're curious about things, but this is going a little too much. Maybe find a boyfriend. Maybe. But I mean, at 19, the idea that she's 19 and not already experimented already is both weird and cool at the same time. In this generation, the idea of a 19-year-old being a virgin is like, dude, the golden goose. Golden fucking goose right there. I'm not saying for you, but for her boyfriend, this is a big thing. For her mother, this is a big thing. I mean, she's yeah, it's rare. Tread lightly, tread carefully, because you don't want to hurt her, but you want to really wait until it gets. Because I mean, if you call on it and it was nothing, you could kill a friendship there. Something she's calling you daddy. If you're not her actual father, which I'm assuming you're not, because you said that mother's a girlfriend, not your wife. If you're not the actual father, take that as a win. She's calling you. She's looking at you as a father figure. But that's, I don't know the whole situation. I'm just reading what I've got here. But I think you need to tread carefully. And I think if it advances past this point, yes, you need to talk to her. And you need to basically, maybe, because I mean, you don't need to say to your girlfriend, oh, she's calling me daddy now and sounds very sexual. Just a heads up. You could put it as a heads up, but you could be risking damaging your relationship. Be careful. Tread careful. There are so many little fucking kaplunk fucking things right in here that if you pull the wrong one or push the wrong one, Jenga's gonna fall right the fuck over. And you could destroy the relationship with the girlfriend. You could really do damage mentally, emotionally to her daughter. She could feel crushed. What if she does? What if she has a crush on you, has feelings for you, and never had feelings for anybody before, and you say something like that? You've just destroyed her. I can guarantee the first guy is usually the one that hurts, and that will domino effect into the mother, because the daughter won't trust you, won't like you, and will push you. The girlfriend who's not married to you, because you didn't say wife, you said girlfriend, you're out the door, Jack. But anyway, going to move on to question number 8. Question number 8. Very quick, easy ones. There's only 2 left anyway. Question number 8. Help, Christmas is coming very fast and I don't know what to get my girlfriend for Christmas. I think I've answered this similar one. I think it was a birthday question. I can't give you the help that you're wanting. I can't give you the exact answer, right? That's your job. The thing that a lot of relationships, modern relationships, lack is the attention. And when I say attention, I don't mean look at her, watch her. Know when her birthday is. I mean, those are important things. I'm not saying be creepy and just, yeah, she's got boobs, yeah. No. Notice more. Listen to her. When she's talking, I guarantee she's going to tell you what she wants for Christmas. Maybe subtly. Maybe she might be one of those girls, I don't know, because you're not really saying. If she's one of those girls that fucking said, you know what? I want a ring. She's telling you a ring, dude, fuck, at least, for your relationship, go and look at rings. Even if you can't afford one, go and look. At least you're putting in the effort. I'm not saying you should go and buy one. Try if you can. If you can't buy something big and fancy or whatever, if you can afford it, buy something small. She's telling you that she wants to know. If she's saying she wants a ring, she's hinting at marriage. 9 times out of 10, a woman in a relationship mentions a ring, she's hinting at marriage. She's curious. I'm not saying go and propose, but you listen to her. She's probably already told you what she wants. So go over the last little while, and she'll probably have already hinted, and you just missed it. Aside from that, if you've not picked up on it, which is a dangerous thing, because if you haven't, she's now heard you're not listening to her. That's why that one's a dangerous one. But if you can't remember anything, there's lots of things, like generic things. There's the flowers, there's the chocolates, if you are going to do something like the chocolates thing, they're trying to be, I'm going to be romantic by doing the same damn thing everybody does by doing flowers and chocolates. So romantic. Fucking write her a poem. Be creative. Do something special for her. Here's one for you. Nope. Send her on an Easter egg hunt, so to speak. Give her clues. Make sure that you set off the first one. Make them not too difficult that you'll never find them, but make them kind of tricky. And don't necessarily do them in the house. I mean, I don't know what your situation is. You said girlfriend. Put them around places. Give clues that are not fully blatant, but are close enough for her to understand. If you can, make them about yourself. about the relationship. Like first place you met, second place you met, first place you kissed. Remember key things. It doesn't need to be a big extravagant gift. Sometimes the smallest gift can actually be the most romantic gift you can imagine. Sometimes it could be if she's mentioned, oh fuck, I haven't seen my mom in ages. I miss her. If you can arrange for them to fucking have some time together, and you're not even in the picture, that's another good one. There's all kinds of things, but it comes from her. Same thing to you, right? As you listen to the person, listen to what she's saying. If she hasn't already said it, maybe. Fuck, the other thing you could do, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of, especially when it's a relationship. Don't go up, hey, what do you want for Christmas? Then you make it kind of that generic thing. It's one of the things I like Christmas. I think it's a beautiful thing. But I think a lot of people go fucking apeshit nuts. They go to the same store. They go to the same damn things. And they buy the same damn... it's kind of like guys getting socks for Christmas. Why do most men think that being given socks sucks for Christmas? Because it tells them the person that they're receiving the gift from doesn't know anything about them enough to do something special. This is your girlfriend. You want this to be special, then do something special. Find out the stuff that means the most to her. Don't just simply ask, because that's kind of like a cheating thing. Just look and think. Don't just walk through the store. Oh, maybe she'll like this ashtray. Oh, maybe she'll like this thing. It's a kind of a gimmicky thing. Maybe she'll like this. No. She's probably already walked through the same damn store you're walking through and already seen it. And thought about buying it for you. No, be creative. Be creative. Be special. Give it something that means something. Hey, have some chocolates. It's no wonder a lot of women think that the men want to see them being overweight. Or, oh, do you think is that all you think about me? You want me to just eat chocolates all the time? Do you think I'm fat? Avoid food. Avoid chocolate. I mean, chocolate's nice. Chocolate as an accessory gift, so to speak. Something extra. So you're going to get something, you're going to do something really nice. But hey, you know what? There's some chocolates as well. That's not the key thing. The key thing is the special thing. The chocolates is not the special thing. I mean, fuck, what if you make a mistake and you go get a chocolate and make sure you're checking this. If she's ever said that she's got an allergy, like to nuts, and you go buy her chocolates, you know what you've just told her right there? You haven't told her you want to get fat. You told her you've not paid attention to listen to her, to care about her health enough that you're going to potentially kill her by giving her nuts. That's why listening to your girlfriend, listening to your wife, really important, because they will tell you what they want, what they don't want, what they've been given, stuff like that. But yeah, do your homework. Do your homework. I like that answer. Do your homework. Alright, question number 9. And this is a sad one. It's sad, not directly like something bad has happened, but you know something's happened to ask this question, and it's sad. The question is, can love return back after it's first gone? This brings us to something I talk about quite a lot, something I don't believe in. Not in a direct question. Do I think love can come back after it's gone? Yes, absolutely. The words making love don't come from nothing. You can make love where there is no. And I'm not talking about sex. I'm saying there is ways for love to be generated, to be inspired, to be enticed, to put that feeling into somebody's heart. It's difficult. It's harder after the first time. Once it's gone, some kind of attraction, because that's what really is a saying, that love is not, when you're in love, you're not actually in love with the person that you think you're in love with. You're actually in love with the sensation, the feelings that you feel when you are around them, when you're thinking, all that kind of stuff. So based on that concept of love, yes, it can come back, but that needs to be from them. Like you want them to be in love with you. You need to be something about you that's going to attract them, that they enjoy the feeling of being around you, of thinking about you and stuff like that. If they've moved on to somebody else, that's even harder, right? Because now they're infatuated with somebody else. If it's the relationship just broke up and you want to know if they can get back together, or maybe you've been broken up for a while and you want to know if you can give it a second chance. There's always it's always the exception to every rule, especially in relationships. When it comes to getting back together again, I don't do the on again, off again thing. To me, if the relationship is over, it's over. There's no point in doing it over and over again, because all the bad stuff is going to resurface. The thing that made the relationship break up is going to resurface. You don't want that, right? Avoid it. If you do get together, avoid the thing that split you up. But at the same time, if it's one of those things that's inevitable to just ignore, then you want to talk about it and deal with it before you get back into it. Not have a big old argument, because I mean, hell, you're just taking a step back. Maybe is something you just can talk about again, but it needs to be talked about. It needs to be dealt with, so that that's gone. And then basically state that now that this is dealt with, it should not be brought up again, and we can move on with the relationship or even without the relationship. But that needs to happen first. And yeah. But for myself, I never get back with exes. Too much drama. I'm not one for drama. I hate drama. I keep answering all these questions, but seriously, I hate drama. You're too painful. Anyway, that, as I say, is that. It is 3:21. I made it through all the questions. That's awesome. In an hour and 20 minutes. It wasn't even that many questions, so I played them out a bit more. I think I helped a lot of people today, I hope. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope this does help. Feel free to email back down here somewhere. Let me know how it went. Put in the subject though, update, so that I know to look back at one of the emails that you've already sent, or the question that you sent before. I keep them all backed up. I'm actually thinking about eventually giving, as soon as somebody sends a question, I'm going to give you a number so I can find the question in future reference later on. But that's down the road. That's not anytime soon. Oh, so everybody, thank you for watching. I hope everybody's enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it. Some questions I was disturbed by. But yeah. So everybody go have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a wonderful weekend. It is Saturday still. Don't go necessarily go out and have fun, because COVID is rampant right now. If you can, please stay indoors. Stay indoors. Play a video game. Watch a movie. There's fucking Netflix. There's Amazon. There's so many fucking things. There's TV. Stay home. Stay home. Stay safe. Put on a romantic movie. Do something special. Have some you time. The world is not going to go anywhere. But you should stay indoors so that you don't get sick. So nobody else gets sick. And we can kill this thing. And then that person who asked the question, how can they meet in 2021? Hopefully we can see in public. Hopefully in public. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all probably. Well, thank you for watching. Appreciate you enjoying the video. I hope you liked it. Feel free to follow, subscribe, ring bells. Do your thing. If you want to watch more of this content, I will be having this show a lot more, and yeah, there's other shows as well, other videos on here, but there'll be more content coming as I go. This is episode 2, and it's been good.